Okay folks, this is a quick one. So my bowl has had a chance to set up and now it's ready to carve. It's at that leather hard stage. This is the time when I come in with my tool. I take my loop tool and I've delineated where the foot is versus where the side of the wall is. What I'm going to do is where that line is, I'm just going to start carving away a little bit at a time. Really kind of clean it up. A good place for this is your knee. Just remember, if you get clay on the ground, just go in and clean it up in the studio. Just go all the way around. You build up the clay on your tool, just knock it off. Okay, just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that curved edge. I'm going to go around that foot. I'm going to really create a nice deep cut that's going to separate that foot from the rest of the body of the bowl. This is why we leave the clay a little thicker down at the bottom whenever we're pinching that foot, like we did in the last video, so that it allows you to come in, carve some of this away, really make this foot stand out. You see there. It's still leather hard, it's still slightly soft. You can come in and pinch it, reform it if you want, refabricate it. If you don't like this line that you've created, then you can come in with that tool again, cut away at some of it. Just like that. See, I'm pivoting my thumb, keeping it on the piece while I just graze over the surface. Don't cut too much away too fast. Just take a little bit away at a time. You don't want to puncture a hole through, because that side of that wall is going to be thinner than around that foot. Okay. Yeah, feels pretty good. Now I'm going to come in with the tip of my wood knife. I'm going to go on and emphasize that delineation even more, where that foot is. Now, with a hand-built form, you're going to have a lot more attitude, you're going to have a lot more character. Emphasize it. Work with it. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to seal it up, cover it up. Allow it to be part of the composition. Allow it to be part of the form. So have a nice little foot there. It'll rest nice and even on that tabletop. Now I can come back in. I do still have some clay, and I can carve away a little bit more, make some facets if I want. Cut in and remove down towards the bottom there. And the reason I would do something like this is to allow that glaze that you're going to end up putting on these bowls once they're bisque fired to rest inside of those little grooves. And it's going to give you a totally different color. So the deeper the mark, the more diversity you're going to get in that coloration on the bottom. Now I could continue this all the way up if I wanted, but I want to leave some of the side a little smooth. And to make it smooth, actually, let's not use the metal rib. Let's use the plastic rib. Smooth it down. Kind of helps burnish it as well. You take that plastic rib. We got black ones. We got some blue ones, mostly black. And just go in and go over that surface. Again, you want to do this whenever it's leather hard. You don't want to do this right after you make it. You want to let it set up for about 20-25 minutes. Not outside in the direct sunshine, just right on the table. But I'm liking all the cake build up. The cake, I love cake. But I'm liking all this texture that I'm building up around the side. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to leave this a nice rough raw exterior. On the inside it's going to be nice and smooth, and it's going to be coated with a glaze that's going to even make it smoother on the inside. and up on the rim as well, so it transitions into the mouth whenever you're sipping from it, even more so. Okay, so I got a nice rough exterior, and then I have a nice smooth inside. But one thing I want you to do before you write your name on the bottom is I do want you to take your finger, dip it into some water, smooth out the bottom of that foot. If there's any superficial cracking going on, this is the time to go in and clean that up. Just with a little bit of pressure from your fingers, not too much. I'm going to use my fingernail as I go around full circle, kind of again delineate that foot and the rest of the form. And then I'm going to check my rim, make sure my foot's centered with the bowl, with the rim being the outside diameter, and concentrically the foot is going to be matched up with the rim. Then I'm going to go in with the tip of my finger like I did before. I'm going to add a little bit of water on that rim, make sure that those cracks don't expand. Again, they're just superficial cracks. There's nothing technical about them that could create any problems, provided you don't let it dry too fast. Once it's at this point, it's at that leather hard stage, and Alma can help you with the consistency differences of moisture. And you're just going to take a bag. You can use just a simple grocery bag at this point. Oh, wait, nope, what did I forget to do? I got to put my name. B-Y-A-R-D. Last name. Locked in the foot. Now, after that, goes into the bag, sits there over the weekend, take it out of the bag next week, and then by the end of next week you should be able to take it outside on the greenware shelves. Alright, have good fun with that.